Hi, my name is Colleen. Welcome to the Discussions in the Afterlife. Today I'm going to talk about where we might find those who passed on before us. It has come to my attention, though, that Jim mentioned a brief conversation that he and I had recently on his latest YouTube video, and it's called Location and Management. I questioned the use of the word here. A few years ago, Jim did a study at his home in Panama, and he asked his invisible group members to travel to PA to keep an eye on one of his sons. We heard a reply on that recorder in his house in Panama, and the man said, "It all works from here." And another man says, "Watch from here." I believe that the word here is just that. For example, anyone that you might call on the phone and you ask, "Where are you?" And their reply might be, "I'm here." Here is wherever you are, right? So I think from all the years of studies that we've done, our invisible group members are on something like maybe a phone, or if you think of it as a Zoom call, and they can see us and they can hear us, but they aren't always in the same building as you are, right? Or they wouldn't be on the phone or on that Zoom call. Now, that's not to say that they can't and don't pop in to visit us in our houses, you know, like when we might see a shadow or we have one of those occasional what the hell moments. But it's just that, it's a little more complicated than that. And Jim was talking about our grandfather, Bubba, and a man from the spare room said, "His fine clothes are here." Now, there's that word here again. Now, Jim took that literally, as if they're there in Jim's closet, that the man's pointing to a spot in Jim's house, right? Invisible clothing. But I kind of think of it differently, and that is that there's maybe a thin veil, kind of like these curtains behind me, right? And you pass on and your energy still lives, but you're behind or in a different place. But yet we can see each other possibly through that. They can see us, right? We can't see them always. And the man who replied to Jim about his clothes are here, he might have just been pointing to the space in which he resides, not necessarily inside Jim's house in Panama, right? So, it's all how you interpret it, right? Jim and I hear maybe snippets of conversations, or maybe they give us an answer to a question that we're asking, but we always need to keep an open mind. You can't just assume because they said something is here that their here is the same as our here. I do believe, that the higher level people, as we call it, I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with that terminology, but for lack of better wordage, higher level people can travel more freely. They have more ability to do things, right? And the newer people, which, we call them lower level people, which I'm not super fond of that. It sounds degrading sometimes to me, that they're not able to move about so freely. And their abilities are limited, kind of like a child. They can't drive a car. There's a lot a younger person can't do, but eventually as they get older, of course, they're able to do it if they so choose. And I did notice during that last YouTube video that Jim put out called Location and Management, he was kind of plugging his Airbnb. Did you notice that, folks? Because I took notice to it. And do you know what else he did? Did he just call us a bunch of nitwits up here in PA? Really? What are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, I don't feel like a nitwit, do you? But back to the subject. Sorry, I digress. You know, perhaps after we pass, there's this control room, if you want to think about it that way, with lots of monitors. And, you know, they're able to look and see what we're doing and hear what we're doing, but not necessarily always be present in our house physically, right? Or, you know, their energy isn't necessarily in our house. So that's all I have for today, but I thought it would be a good idea to respond to Jim's lovely video that he posted. And really, please, you know, share these videos, give us a thumbs up. Please comment and let Jim know that you agree with me. Thanks. Have a great day.